Hello, hi. Welcome. My name's Simon, and I'm a psychic medium, tarot card reader, intuitive, and I've just joined YouTube actually, and I hope that you will enjoy the way that I read. Every reading, every medium has their own style, as I have mine. So I hope that over the coming weeks and months that you will come to enjoy the way that I read the cards. And I do it through feeling, of course. and sometimes I use a lot of cards, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll read from the stones. It's just whatever feels right in the moment, in fact. So this is a reading for the sign of Leo. Leo having its birthday around from mid-July to mid-August. And okay, Leo, we already have a card dropped out for you, so we'll begin. It's the Seven of Pentacles. And immediately, Leo, we're looking at a situation that obviously involves your finances as well as your emotions. And the feeling here is very much, I've worked hard, I've put my all into a situation or a relationship, and I now need to wait a little while to see where the hard work is going to take me. So that's the strong feeling here, Leo. I'm also picking up that there is a slight divide in a romantic situation here, up in the head area. It's saying to me that the romantic situation at the moment in your lives may be taking a new path. It feels like you want to forge ahead, but you're really not sure of the distance involved. In fact, Leo, I'm picking up that you're not too clear at all as to your romantic route or your working life at the moment. I feel like you have to give it a little bit of time here, not to make any decision that you might make in haste and then regret. Also, there's a waiting period, possibly of around 2 weeks or 2 months here, that says to me there is money around you. I feel in the offing there lies potential to make more money. And it feels to me, if anybody's changing jobs in this sign, it looks like you will be able to find another job, maybe your dream job even, in fact. It also feels to me here like, okay, problems with taps, with water. Please look out for that going on around you. Water represents emotions. Leaking water or a tap that doesn't close properly and therefore you get a drip drip is also representative of leaky emotions. So you may find yourself at this time leaking out what you feel rather than letting it all gush out at once. It may be coming out piecemeal, a little bit at a time. But whichever way works for you, the main thing is that you get your emotions out, that you find some clarity in the projects or the relationship, particularly an intimate relationship where you've put in a lot of effort. I'm also getting a sense if you live just literally off a big long main road, my feeling on this is, and you're surrounded maybe by hills or mountains, whether you're in a city, village, town, it feels to me like you're heading westwards from the point where you live. I'm feeling that when you head westwards, my sense is there's growth there for you. There's the possibility of improving on your work situation. An important meeting as well feels like it takes you westwards from where you're normally located. On a practical level, it does feel for you single people here that there's still work to be done in the area of relationship, but with regards to yourself actually, because there are things that you personally want to see growing, want to give your attention to, and maybe a few areas in your life, social life, friendships, like I said, work-related things. You want to give it your attention. It's not like you're going to stop and give up. That's not the feeling I'm picking up here. I feel the throat chakra for you Leos at the moment seems a little bit stuck, a little bit closed, as if you don't really want to give away all your thoughts in case by giving away what you're thinking, things could possibly turn out differently from what you hope. But I feel the important thing to remember is that you've put in effort, you have worked, you've worked hard, and perhaps now is not the best time to think of holding back on information or what you're thinking and feeling when it comes to intimacy, because you have put in so much hard work. Let's see what else Spirit wants to give our lovely Leos. And this is for the months of February, March, over the next 4 or 5 weeks. Oh, goodness me. Alrighty. All right. So I feel I do have to concentrate here on matters of the heart, because we have the Three of Swords which fell out, followed by the Six of Rods or the Six of Wands. So it feels very much here like from the hard work there is a successful healing of the heart, but it feels like it's come at a price. It feels a little bit heavy. It feels to me like you've been stalling to take things forwards, because you have been putting in hard work, but here says to me you've been concentrating very much on your own feelings, and that's gradually changing as you start to move into a time of considering Where do you want to take these feelings? How do you want to heal your heart? Do you want to tie your heart with another? This is very promising for the ability to work these things out, to work feelings out, emotions. It also feels to me like it still requires some patience on your part, patience with yourself, patience with the other person. But there is this sense of hope that things will turn out better over the coming weeks. Perhaps the next 4 weeks would actually be, 4 to 6 weeks will actually be fairly important in a romantic situation. It looks to me like you want success. You want success at work, but you also want success of the heart. It feels like both play and take equal measure in your thoughts, in your soul. Oh, what is love? What is love? Love is the hardest road you could possibly travel. Loving yourself is an even more difficult road than loving others somehow. We all seem to have some kind of difficulty in accepting ourselves, warts and all. Well, it feels here very much more like there is realism, if you like, descending on the situation. And I do feel you want to take things forwards after all that effort. So my sense at the moment is that things are going to be moving in a good direction, but it may contain some pain along the way, unfortunately. But then again, the things of real value to us often do contain hard lessons. They can be painful, but if you get the ending that you wish for, then it's been worth it. And here underneath we have the underlying energy, which is of the King of Swords, which is about seeking the truth. It's about clarity. It's about understanding. It's really not allowing your heart to rule your head. And whatever pain that you've gone through, there's new growth coming in, and it will yield. Just give it a bit of time. You may find that the months of September, October are pretty relevant with regard to how you've dealt with your emotions and what you feel about them in a few months' time. But clarity and truth, I can't stress enough how important that is. So I'm going to put this card over here, the underlying energy so far, and let's continue to shuffle and see what else Spirit has in store for our Leos. There we are. Let's see what's with our Leos. What's for our Leos? Okay, so over the next few weeks, you're going to be looking at options. You're going to be undecided, I feel, and yet you need the clarity. You certainly need to give the clarity to somebody else as well. This has to be very truthful communication for all parties involved. But in reality, there will be confusion as feelings are being reassessed. Be careful of jumping to conclusions about a partner or potential partner. Be careful that your own thoughts don't take over and that there is perhaps a little bit of negative dialogue going on. Just be aware of yourself. I think that's the answer at the moment. Be aware of the fluctuating feelings. And that goes for your emotional life as well as work. Let's see. Come on, Spirit. Show us where this is all leading. Okay. There we are. The Eight of Pentacles. So all this is leading to really working quite in quite an involved way, working hard on what you've already built. So from the 7 you go to the 8, which is pretty positive, even if your emotions are in fluctuation at the moment, even if perhaps you're living in a little bit of a fantasy land. You're being brought back down to earth here in the 8 of Pentacles, to face up to what more needs doing around a relationship, as well as, for some of you, it'll be around the work area of life. There are still things to learn, to study, to observe, to process, to bring you further towards wisdom. So the workplace is being well defined over the coming next 4 weeks or so. My sense is as well, be careful that you're not your own worst enemy and do something against yourself. Maybe being overly protective and not listening to advice because you're so concentrated on the outcome you want. So, like I said, for a little while, some confusion here. Confusion in both areas of work, I feel. Let it settle down. Don't make any big moves at the moment, but do keep communication open, because whether we're looking at a work situation or an intimate situation, don't forget this is the underlying energy. So we want the truth both at work and we want the truth in an intimate relationship. Seeking the truth. I think that's going to be the main mission of the next few weeks for you. What else, Spirit, have we got? Can we please have an idea? Thank you. Right, okay, yes. Now, I said to you there was some processing, some thinking to be done. Be careful that the energy that you're moving with at the moment, the Hermit energy, isn't overtaken by the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords often acts rashly. Being aware of the intellect, being aware of how to observe a situation and perhaps remove yourself a little bit from it, stand back a bit from it. You're aware of this, Leo, but the thing is, you want to go in somehow and deal with things swiftly, but the reality is you're actually dealing with it very, very slowly. So I think that I need to say, just be aware of your actions, in fact, and don't act rashly. Don't speak, let's say, don't speak from necessarily thoughts that are coming in and where you're being very judgmental over yourself. I mean, I just feel here, take it easy, let that wisdom flow through you. The answers will come to you, they will. But don't rush into the answers. Don't seek them too fast, or you could actually make a mistake. All right, you may say some things you regret. And the underlying energy brings us to the Knight of Rods. It brings us to the Knight of Wands. This feels pretty much more positive because you're less guarded at this point, and you're also trying very hard to communicate. It feels like in March, and this is perhaps the first, second or third week of March, that you're feeling much more like you can handle things, like you're in control, like you've gone back to your old self somehow. You can move things forwards now. The confidence is coming back. Ideas are starting to sprout. Spring is in the air. So you're feeling much, much, much more hopeful. Okay. A period of rest followed by an opportunity, an offer. This could be an offer of love and passion after a period of processing, or we may just venture into your work area and the feeling is new opportunities or the offer of a new job. So it is quite an exciting time for you. It feels like there's a rest, a moment when it's wise to be quiet after a period of talking, wise to be quiet, and then out of the blue, this offer appears. So I feel, Leo, move forwards with a sense of optimism. Keep yourselves well, eat well, sleep well, treat your body well. Very important here for you to be able to function and feel right and move forwards and be able to listen to your body and what its requirements are with regards to love. All right, thank you so much if you've listened till the end, and till next time, bye for now. Bye.